A Kenyan flag snatched, tossed to the ground, trampled, and in another viral clip, young boys are caught on camera mocking it, one wiping it across his groin. Two short videos, less than half a minute combined, have ignited a firestorm. What began as a CAF Champions League match at Nyayo Stadium between Kenya Police FC and Mogadishu City FC has now spiraled into a national debate on respect, identity, and the fragile line between football rivalry and outright provocation. As of September 22nd, 2025, neither the Football Kenya Federation nor police have released official statements on the incidents, but silence has not slowed the fury online. On X, formerly Twitter, the two clips have spread like wildfire. The first shows Somali supporters snatching a Kenyan flag from the stands and tossing it aside. The second, even more provocative, captures two young boys. One kicks a Kenyan flag and the other picks it up and wipes it on his groin before discarding it. Together, the clips paint a picture that has struck deep into Kenya's sense of pride and national identity. A fan in Mogadishu City FC colors grabs a Kenyan flag from another supporter, throws it to the ground, and the crowd erupts in chaos. Video 2, circulating from the same match, two young boys mock the flag. One kicks it like a football, the other rubs it against his groin before tossing it aside. The imagery is stark. For Kenyans, it is not just hooligan behavior. It feels like a deliberate act of disrespect to the nation itself. Condemnation has been swift and emotional. One post reads, "This is not football rivalry. This is spitting in our faces. Deport them all." Another comment, dripping with anger, says, "Hawa Somali bana. What else do you need to see before action is taken?" But some voices urge caution, arguing the clips show isolated provocations blown out of proportion by nationalism. Others inject satire, mocking both sides for descending into mob behavior. Still, the overwhelming mood is one of outrage. Hashtags like Kenyan flag and deport Somalis have trended locally, amplifying calls for mass arrests, stadium bans, and even deportations. To understand why these short videos sting so much, history matters. Kenya has long wrestled with Somalia integration from the 2014 Usalama Watch sweeps that targeted Somali neighborhoods to repeated debates about refugee presence, terrorism, and loyalty. Football now becomes the stage where these deeper grievances play out. Unlike when Kenyans themselves have been filmed mishandling their own flag after a national team lose, when it comes from Somali fans or even Somali children, the symbolism cuts deeper, feeding into fears of disloyalty and rejection of Kenyan identity. Mogadishu City FC's home games had been hosted in Nairobi since Somalia lacks CAF-approved facilities. that brought Somali diaspora youth from Eastleigh and other parts of Nairobi to Nyayo Stadium. What should have been a chance for cross-border football celebration instead became a powder keg, exposing the uneasy coexistence of patriotism, rivalry, and cultural fault lines. At the heart of the outrage is this: can a community within Kenya be seen mocking the national flag without it raising existential questions about belonging? The boys' actions, trivial as they may seem on their own, have now been cast as evidence of a larger disrespect problem. And in Kenya's highly charged political environment, such symbolic acts rarely stay confined to the stadium.
Game ni 3-1. Mambo ni chwari. Tunawalipia fare kasoma na walipia fare mnalipia flight mnaenda kwenu. Ipo iko. Kenya bro, by blood by registration by birth.
This is no longer just about football misconduct. These clips risk reviving xenophobic currents that have in the past led to deportations, arrests, and mass crackdowns. Political actors could seize on them as campaign fodder, while FKF may be forced to introduce harsher penalties for fan misconduct. The silence of the authorities so far is unsustainable. With outrage mounting, some form of intervention is inevitable, whether symbolic condemnation, arrests, or regulatory reform. Two short videos, one flag, and a football match. But the stakes are far greater: national pride, the fragile relationship with the Somali community, and the question of what it means to be Kenyan. Whether this incident fades away as mere hooliganism or becomes a defining flashpoint in Kenya's politics or identity depends on how the next few days unfold. Mohamed Hersi posted, Mogadishu FC had to play Kenya Police FC at Nyayo Stadium for one simple reason: Somalia does not have a certified CAF stadium. What I have seen in the recent video clips is heartbreaking. Our national flag, a symbol of pride and sacrifice, was tossed around and treated like trash by Somali supporters. That is not just an insult to Kenya. It is an insult to the very idea of respect between neighbors. It is barbaric and shameful that such behavior. Congratulations to Kenya Police FC for the 3-1 win. But beyond the pitch, at NPS official, that is National Police Service, must ensure that those caught desecrating our flag are arrested and made to answer for their actions. To my Somali brothers and sisters, my message is simple: never take the kindness and patience of Kenyans for granted. For more than 3 decades, we sheltered you in your darkest hour, even during the rule of President Siad Barre. Many of you passed through refugee camps in Utange in Mombasa, Dadaab and Kakuma. Some of you went on to find new lives in the West, and many have since returned to settle in Kenya, running away from Western lifestyle and real threats of LGBT on your young ones. The return march is coming up this Sunday. I plead with you, behave with dignity. What was caught on that clip was neither sportsmanship nor respect. Those involved should face the full force of the law, and anyone trying to defend such disgraceful conduct shares in the guilt. Remember these truths: you may choose your actions, but you can never choose the consequences that is entirely in the hands of someone else." Unquote. What do you think? Should the boys be arrested? Should the act be condemned? Should FKF issue an official statement? Drop your comments. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Ushabi Jr.